Hello happy people, and welcome back to Linda Tina TV. If you are already subscribed to my channel, if you are new here, hello there. I'll quickly introduce myself. My name is Linda Tina and I am from Uganda, Africa. I live in Italy, Milan, and I've been here for 6 years.
You trying to make me, I wanna leave in your making, yeah. I try to see the one I need to love.
So today I thought I'd make this video, which I think is interesting for my viewers to know the things I miss about my country. And in the next video, I will tell you the things I don't miss about my country. I've been living in Italy for 6 years, and obviously the first thing I'll tell you I miss about my country is friends and family. But this is pretty obvious for everyone who's living away from their, from their hometown, from their home country. But the specific things I miss about Uganda, number one would be the food. Now, I love Italian food. I loved Italian food even before I moved to Italy. I always ordered lasagna, pizza, pasta. I always loved Italian food. So it's not that I have a problem with the food here in Italy, but then nothing can replace the delicacies from my hometown. Now, my favorite is the matoke, which is practically bananas. Green bananas. So we steam them in banana leaves and then we mash them. We make a mash out of them. Usually you'll have this with a stew on the side or a sauce. I like it with ground nuts. We grind the nuts and make a paste out of them. So you have this with the mashed banana. Oh my God, this is like my favorite. So I miss the food, I miss the roast pork. It's not even just the food, but the way the food is cooked, the way it's done. That is one of the things I miss a lot. And I'm a foodie, so food is one of the first things I miss about Uganda. The other thing I miss is the weather. Now, Uganda is a tropical country and we are right at the equator. The equator crosses through Uganda. So the weather is basically usually, it could be rainy, it could be sunny, but it's basically usually nice and warm. And even when it's really hot, like it is in the summers here, it's breezy. There's a nice breeze that comes with it. And then when it gets cold, it doesn't get that cold like in the winters here, obviously. The winter is one of the seasons where I feel homesick the most, because I don't do so well in the cold. It's very depressing. The days are dark and I don't like it. So I miss the weather. I miss the Ugandan tropical weather. The other interesting thing that I miss about Uganda are borders. Now, if you're not from Uganda or East Africa, you probably don't know what border is, but I'll explain. So border is like a motorcycle taxi. Like you'd call a cab, like you'd call an Uber. We have motorcycles that work as taxis to take you to whichever place you need to go to. Now, I miss these bikes so much. One, because I love bikes. Second, because they are so damn convenient. You can catch it anytime, anywhere. You can just, for example, if you tore your shoe and you really can't move from that spot, by the time you call a cab, and it's even more expensive to have a cab than to take these motorbikes. So you'll just, stop a motorbike and it will take you wherever you need to go. So I miss these motorbikes. People have been telling me that they've got really dangerous because they're a bit reckless when they're riding these bikes, but I love them and I do miss this about my country. It's crazy, but I really miss them. I miss the culture. Now, of course, every area, every country, every place has its culture. But the Ugandan culture and the way we do things over there is something that I can't get over living here. I'll just give you a simple example. We have a culture of togetherness because for us, we are all family. Like my neighbor and my cousin's cousin and my cousin's friend and my auntie's old friend. We are all family. I'm telling you, I have people that I call my cousins cousins, but we're not blood relatives. But because we have this thing going on, and my mom grew with her mom, and we grew up spending so much time in each other's homes, we just naturally become family. And I miss this a lot, because out here, like where I live, especially in Milan, everyone minds their business, which is kind of a good thing, because also in my country, everyone is in your business, if you know what I mean. So everyone minds their business, but then you don't feel like you connect with people. Even when you make friends, you'll connect with them, but then, you know, you'll have a drink, you'll have a dinner, or you'll even invite them to your home, or they'll invite you to your home. And after that day, after the dinner, that's it. They probably won't call you, or you won't really hear from them. So we have a different culture back home. We have a culture where, like we say, it takes a village to raise a family. I can leave my kids with my neighbor, with a trusted neighbor, and it's all right. When my neighbor has a problem, they can just knock at my door any time of the night, and it's okay. I can even go to my neighbor and ask for salt, or I've run out of milk. Could you please help me with a cup of milk? So I miss this togetherness and this, you know, this bonding that is so deeply rooted in my culture. This is something I really can't get over. Still on the subject of culture, I feel like in my country back home, we are really happy people. We'll celebrate everything. Like, we want to celebrate everything, because a lot of joy for us comes in calling people into your home, inviting them to eat together, celebrating small milestones like, I don't know, birthdays, baptisms, graduation, even when we are leaving the country, like when I was officially leaving Uganda, we had a big dinner to say bye. When I was coming back, there's always something to celebrate. And this is because in our culture, we make everything festive, if that even makes sense. Out here, for example, I'm one person who likes to celebrate birthdays, and every time I'm celebrating birthdays, everyone asks me, so why are you doing this for a birthday? I remember I threw my husband a birthday, and everyone was like, really? Like, they're not so much into that whole happy feeling, like 24/7, you're just out there. One of the best things actually my husband loved about being in my country and being around my people is the happy vibe. We are just happy people. There's always a reason to be happy. And it's not that we even have so much, but I've seen people out here who have so much, but they don't have that happy feeling going on. I mean, I'll meet people on the streets and I'm smiling and they're all like, so it still goes down to the culture. I feel like it still goes down to the culture. Italians come really close. Italians are very vibrant and happy people, but back home it's a whole different story, and I really miss that. Another thing that I miss about Uganda, especially now after having kids where I really needed so much help, I miss the fact that it's really easy to have house help back home, and you don't have to pay so much, or you don't have to be of a very high status like it is here, because here to have a full-time housekeeper, you really need to, have the money to pay them, and it's not so little, or you need to be of a certain, status. So back home, which some people out here don't even believe, is that it's so easy to have house help, probably because of the poverty. People will kind of take anything you give them, but also because we help each other a lot, so you'll always have help in the home. And this is something I miss so much, because one of the reasons that I've suffered with kids here, suffered in the sense that I've had trouble adapting to family life here, is because I barely have any help on my side. There's my husband's family, which God bless them, has been amazing, but I don't have that extra help. We are a very middle status, does that exist? kind of family, so I can't afford to have full-time help in my home. I have people who come in to help me clean, but I don't have full-time help, which I would really appreciate. So I miss this a lot about Uganda. This may not be particularly about Uganda, but I miss the familiarity of things. Now this, anyone who has lived abroad or has lived away from their hometown or their home country would understand properly. No matter how long you live in a country, even if you live there for 10 years plus, I feel like you can't have that familiarity that you have in a place you were born, in a place you grew. When I'm in Uganda, even now that I live away, I can spend 2 years without being in Uganda, but when I go back there, I know my way around. So much has changed, things change so much, but I still feel familiar with how to do things and how to maneuver. In Italy, even after 6 years, there are things I just have no idea how to do, how to go around. Also because obviously the bureaucracy here is crazy, but still there are things I really need to ask my husband, how do I do this? And it's a very simple thing, but I really miss the familiarity of things, the ease with which you can do things in a place you are born and raised. I don't know if you understand what I mean. Last but not least, something I miss about Uganda and Africa in general is how many opportunities, virgin opportunities we have back there. I'm telling you, so many people struggle to come abroad, to come to Europe, to go to the United States because they feel like there's more opportunity there. And there are opportunities, different kinds of opportunities. But because so much stuff is still not yet done in Uganda and in Africa as a whole, so much virgin opportunities that are just there ready to be exploited, if I could use that word, but not in a negative kind of way. Out here, even when you think about entrepreneurship and starting your own thing, everything has kind of been done and dusted, so I feel like the opportunities are less than back home where everything is still out there and virgin, and so I miss this about Uganda and Africa as a whole. And if for any reason I would love to go back home and settle there, this would be one of the reasons, to just go out there and introduce new things and bring new things to the market that are obviously not there yet. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you live away from your home country, or if you are Ugandan, tell me the things you miss about your home country that are different from the place where you live. And in my next video, I'm going to tell you the things that I do not miss about Uganda. Stay tuned. Do not forget to subscribe and to click the notification bell down there so that you can have a notification each time I upload a new video. Bye bye, and keep it positive.